Buenos días, mis amigos. Ready, balanderos. It's time for celebration. Let's go. Give me a reason to tell you a season that we going to partake in right now. Jesus is here, others blessing you from your birth, growing up, living a life inside out. Read your Bible, if peace, pray daily, enough is good songs and praise to the Most High. It's Christmas, blessed season, believers at this time, it's Christmas, blessed season, believers at this time. All our milk and lime and black cake and I'm baking Christmas time we having fun. Joy in the air, showing Christmas tree like going Christmas time we having fun. This season we sharing, thank God for life sparing.
Come let we join in the fun. Yes, we're gonna have some fun here tonight.
Sing Christmas carols, they're all on with Veron. There are moving forces, they fight everywhere. Let the Lord deliver, become a strong believer. Enjoy yourself with your family and friends. Hey, it's Christmas, blessed season.
Yes. So we join in here.
Hi.
Tell me if you hear me.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
You
hearing you. Loud and clear. All right, just make sure. All right. Good. Let's check in to make sure everything is on point. So we are seeing each other, we are hearing each other. So that's great. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say a special good night to each and everyone on the inside here. My name is Slickty the Entertainer. With us, we have the man himself, Veron Rose. All good, man.
I am. The video stick a little
bit. Yes. Yes. So how are you going?
I'm good for now. Thanks for the invitation to come on your show tonight.
Yes, and really what this interview is about tonight is about talking about the parang group called Viva Jesus Parang, right? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Viva Jesus Parang Group.
Yes, Jesus there. All right, man. So tell us, man, where you from, though?
Well, I'm originally from St. John's Road, St. Augustine. That's on the way to the mount. And the group is, well, we based in Trinity right now, but originally the group was formed at the University of the West Indies in 1988 by a group of young students who wanted to share original parang music plus the message of Jesus to families and friends of the group. So basically that's well. The group is basically based in Trinity.
Okay, well that's good, man. And you said it started in the 80s as well. So like the people and stuff, right? They came about, so like a group of like youths and them that came together during that time.
Well, at the time, students at the university, they were part of the university chaplaincy, which is a prayer group based at the university in St. Augustine, and they were going about it in terms of unofficially as a group of people just playing parang. But in 1988, they came together, basically two people, Susan Bishop, at the time was the lead singer, and Chris Jagroup, who is the musical director. Still, they kind of put the group together and kind of formalized the group into something more manageable. Because before, I think it was about over 50 people, which was was like a choir.
Yeah, well, that's a
So
great thing as well. I mean, sometimes with parent groups, right? Right, from experience, right? From how I look at it over the years, right? I know it's
mhm,
between like about 10 to 20 people. I know sometimes they can have like huge parent groups because the due to the concerts as big events as well. Can you make sure you can hear people
yeah,
properly and you can hear the lovely songs of the parent music. And we know we're
yep,
definitely going to feature a couple of them shortly, right? So, it's really good to see you and
yep.
to hear from you. But, Veron Rose, what is your role in the band, though?
Mhm. Well, presently I am. Well, initially I was one of the quartet players and background
Mm-hmm.
vocalist, and over the years I've stick to that in terms of I'm one of the major quartet players, and we have actually two quartet players right now, Christian
Yes.
Per and myself, and we are we when we just started we had about four quartet players, but due to family commitments and stuff like that, we have kind of downsized. So it's basically two quartet players we have right now.
Okay, okay. Well, that's good as well, man. I mean, you're all keeping yourselves in a gear and occupied even throughout, it's like 30 plus years, doing this thing. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, because well, right now we have another generation attached to the group because when we first started, we were young people and starting families, and the group now added the kids to the group. So and now these kids are young adults playing in the group. So we have a second generation of kids in the group now.
all right. And that's wonderful. And who do you look up to, though? Like, in terms of, like, parents, singers, or groups, like, who do you look up to, though?
Wow. Well, we kind of stick to the original parang in terms of bringing the message of Christ in terms of the whole in this season of merriment. We still have a focus on bringing the message of Christ. And we basically San Jose Serenaders with Gloria Alcazar and Daisy Voze
Yes.
and those traditional the Lara brothers. Um, a lot of the traditional parangos from long ago, we kind of emulate and take pattern of, and eventually doing our own music too, because well, the songs that you have, well,
Yes.
they are original songs. So we included those songs in our
All
repertoire.
right. And that's important as well. We want to really get on into the musical part of things, right? So this first one we
Mm-hmm,
like to feature, right? This one is called
mm-hmm.
Jesus La Razon. Who wrote, produced, and engineered this song, though?
It's, well, the song was done by Corey
Yes.
Burnham, engineer mixing. It was done in the studios in Aruca, Platinum Studios
Yes.
in Aruca. And the first song, Jesus La Razon,
Yes,
Jesus La
Jesus,
Razon.
yeah.
Um, it's well as it says, Jesus La Razon is Jesus is the reason, and the name in terms of emphasize the fact that Jesus is the reason for this season. Blessed is he who comes in the name
Mm-hmm.
of the Lord. As such, the focus is on celebrating his birth, and in the midst of the merriment, we should not never forget that he came to save the world,
Yeah, and that's a serious thing.
and that's the gist of the song.
And we really appreciate hearing that sort of feedback as well. And we know we don't really hear much about it these days. We're hearing a whole mixture of things that's coming up these days. But however, we really like to bring the traditional prank because we know we want to bring it back to life. And we really need to,
Yep,
And these
yep,
type of
most
platforms,
definitely.
we encourage people to do different genres of music. But I know currently we working on the prank side of things. So ladies and gentlemen, here
Yeah.
is the song Jesus La Razón,
Jesus
Saints,
Larazon.
by Viva Jesus Palango. All right.
Jesus.
I make sure I pronounce it correctly. That's what we're talking about. So we're going to play this song
Yeah,
for you
yeah,
all
yeah.
right now. So take a listen. The volume. Yeah, man, yeah, the better now. Yeah, the better now.
Celebramos el amor de Dios, pues Dios nos ama tanto, tanto, envió a su Hijo Jesucristo, pues Dios nos ama tanto, tanto, envió a su Hijo Jesucristo. Vengan a cantar y bailar, esta mañana de Viva Jesús. Nosotros vamos a celebrar el nacimiento de Cristo Jesús. Jesús es la razón para la estación. 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 Jesús es la razón para la estación.
Yes, yes.
Nosotros vamos a celebrar el nacimiento de Cristo Jesús. Jesús es la razón para la estación. Jesús es la razón para la estación. Traigan la comida y bebida, compartimos en esta fiesta, pero nunca olvidamos este hecho. Jesús viene a salvar al mundo, pero nunca olvidamos este hecho. Jesús viene a salvar al mundo. Venga yo a cantar y bailar esta palabra de Viva Jesús. Nosotros vamos a celebrar el nacimiento de Cristo Jesús. Jesús es la razón para la estación. Jesús es la razón para la estación. Vengan a cantar y bailar esta palabra de Viva Jesús. Nosotros vamos a celebrar el nacimiento de Cristo Jesús. Jesús es la razón para la estación. 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 Jesús es la razón para la estación.
That's what we're talking about. So that was Jesus La Razon. Wonderful, man. Must say, job well done, well done.
Yeah, man.
And there's another one we like
Yeah,
to feature as well.
you.
It's called Porky. Yes, who wrote,
Okay.
produced, and engineered this song now?
Same person, Corey Corey Burnham, and it was mastered by Mice.
Yes,
Raymond,
nice, right.
Martin
Yes.
Raymond. Yeah, so and the lead singer on these songs, her name is
Okay.
Celeste Pereira. She's a young girl, and the two songs were composed and arranged by Chris Jagrup, musical arranger and mandolin player.
Right. Right.
So Porky is same. We sticking with the same theme in terms of Porky. Why?
Yeah.
That's the question. Why? The chorus is Nacimiento. Why is the star shining? Why do the wise men come to worship? And it's all keeping in the spirit of the church. The chorus closer with the answer is because Jesus Christ was born. So the whole theme of that is bringing Christ into the whole season of the
Amen
Christmas.
to that, man. And that's what we're talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next selection is called Porky, right? By Viva Jesus Palan Group. So let's take a listen to this one now.
De pronto apareció una multitud de seres celestiales, les oyó la gloria del Señor y cantaban un coro a Dios. Gloria a Dios en lo más alto del cielo. Y en la tierra, gracias y paz para los hombres, porque la estrella se ilumina, porque los magos vienen a adorar, porque los ángeles cantan en el cielo, porque ha nacido el niño Jesucristo, porque la estrella se ilumina, porque los magos vienen a adorar, porque los ángeles cantan en el cielo, es porque ha nacido el niño Jesucristo, porque los ángeles cantan en el cielo, es porque ha nacido el niño Jesucristo.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, so that was a song called 4K by Viva Jesus Palang Group. Baila, baila.
Yep.
Muchas gracias.
Baila, baila.
And I want to take this time to say a special shout out and big up as well to Chris Garcia, who's watching us on the live right about now. We just like to publicly thank him for hooking up this interview. I mean, getting to liaise with Chris Group, and then from Chris Group to liaise with you, Veron Rose. I mean, to really put this together and to really hear from you. I know we have a couple more things as well. So we just wanted to publicly thank Chris Garcia as he's currently watching us, from wherever he is.
Yeah, he told me to be watching.
Of
Yeah, he said he would have been
course,
watching.
most definitely. And we have our next guy you want to acknowledge as well. That is Joseph Butran. I know he just plays some guitar as well too. So, the maracas thing, I know he's real good at that. So I want to say big up to you, man, Joseph Butran. Yes. So, we have a couple of people on the inside as well, and to everyone else, much love and respect. Also, I'd like to find out though, like, how have you all been coping as a band, like during this pandemic? How has it been for you guys?
Like everyone else, it was it took us by surprise in terms of how we would normally gather. Last year we didn't do anything at all because we couldn't come together, we couldn't rehearse. So last year was like a total shutdown for us. So we were planning, we were hoping that this year would have been different. And well, during the course of the year, we took a decision to at least, if we can't play together in terms of do gigs and rehearse, we'll do the recordings. So we decided to do the recordings, 4 songs actually, 4 original songs. Got to the studio in around August, September, and within a month everything was done. So we kept, in terms of, that was something to look forward to because we couldn't play and we couldn't gather and do gigs. So the recording was something that we had to do in terms of observing the protocols, and did it in about 2 days, 2 to 3 days, and the final product was what you're hearing now. So, but really, the pandemic kind of put us in a spot where we couldn't do anything at all, like everybody else.
Right, and that's totally understandable as well. But at least music could still be produced. I mean, you could also like even get gigs in the future, because I from what I understand as well, from what is going on these days, I mean, a lot of people doing things virtual and setting up GoFundMe accounts and all that as well to really provide that sort of sponsorship and to really bring out the bands as well, to keep them alive. And this is very important as well, what people are doing. And I know for next month as well, I'm really hoping after these things that go, we know where it is already. But at the end of this month, when next month
Yeah.
come, we hopeful to have more events, especially in the entertainment sector. I know with the Param group, I know you'll have a lot
Yeah.
of events that normally be, like November going into December now. So
December.
um,
Yeah. Well, we we traditionally we would go to the homes of players and entertain and play for family. We would get 1 or 2 gigs, but our major focus was not on playing for corporate events
okay,
to make money. But whatever gig we got, um, was the money that we got was poured back into the group to purchase. Like we bought a PA system, um, and little stuff like instruments and thing, and just maintaining
yes.
instruments. But our focus wasn't to actually get out there and make any kind of money. We were like focused on presenting the message of Christ to the public.
I mean, I must say amen to that, and continued love and blessings go out to you, Veron Rose, and to Viva Jesus Parang Group. And before you go, like, how can people get in contact with the band itself for any gigs or and social media and just how can people reach out to you guys?
Well, we have a Facebook page, Viva Jesus Parang Group. We do have a Instagram, but you can get in touch with me.
Okay.
Well, the thing I just tell people is I don't call myself, so I just can't remember my number. But we have a 6
Yeah.
762 5694. That's my
Right.
number. 762
Right. That's what
5694.
we're talking about, man.
But we do have a Facebook page.
Right. Another be sure to, tune in. I'm sure you guys have like work
Yeah.
as well on, songs on YouTube as well.
Well, yeah, we're in the process of doing a video to Jesus Razon. That should be done before the season is over, hopefully. But the whole idea is to present a video showcasing the whole aspect of
Yes.
Christmas and the celebration of Christ and Christmas.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to that, man, Veron Rose. And I just want to say thank you for
Yep.
taking the opportunity, to be here with me tonight, to really hear about the band, our background, hear the type of music as well. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about traditional parang. I'm really happy to know
Yeah,
that we could keep this thing alive.
yeah, man. And thank you for having me. And it was a nice time being here and actually hearing the songs played. Um, because we have.
Yeah. Hello, Veron. Ooh, she's up. Yeah. I believe you all had to start over that part.
Be
We didn't hear
patient.
that. The city frozen there for a bit. Go
Um,
ahead.
yeah, in terms of we have songs that were presented to the stations, right? The same songs that we presented, but it's a battle
Yes.
with the soca parang and the traditional parang because it's more of a
Yeah,
bacchanal
yeah, yeah.
kind of thing where people want to hear soca parang, but we have to be persistent and keep the vibes
Of
alive.
course. Yeah.
Be patient.
Yes. Patience is virtue. And blessings will come towards you
Yeah,
guys.
man.
And thanks again, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks. All right.
All right, you
Take
too.
care.
And thanks again, man. Take care of yourself as well, Veron Rose.
Yeah. Cool. Take care, man.
Yeah.